Misogynist refuses to hire a woman, then her father buys the entire company. A young, determined woman named Laura Harrington strides confidently into the towering glass office building of Silverman Enterprises, clutching a portfolio of her credentials. Inside the pristine lobby, the clamor of phones and footsteps paints the picture of a bustling corporate hub. Laura, dressed impeccably in a navy blue blazer and skirt, exudes professionalism and readiness. She approaches the receptionist with a polite smile. "Laura, good morning. I'm here for the executive assistant position interview with Mr. Carlton." The receptionist glances up, scanning Laura with a hint of curiosity before nodding. "Receptionist, take the elevator to the 15th floor, ma'am. Mr. Carlton's office is the last one down the hall." Laura's heels echo in the corridor as she makes her way to the designated office. Outside the door marked Leon Carlton, VP of Operations, she takes a deep breath to steady her nerves before knocking. "Leon Carlton, from inside, come in." Inside, the office is a spectacle of mahogany furniture, crystal decanters, and an imposing man seated behind a desk. Leon Carlton, in his mid-50s, with graying hair and a smug demeanor, barely glances at Laura as she enters. "Leon Carlton, you're the next candidate? Fine. Sit." Laura sits, keeping her composure as Leon flips through her resume without a shred of interest. "Leon Carlton, impressive credentials, Miss Harrington. Graduated summa cum laude, internship at Weston Tech, and fluent in 3 languages. But let me cut to the chase. This position might not be the best fit for you." Laura, confused, "I'm sorry, Mr. Carlton, but I'm confident I meet all the requirements listed for the position. Could you clarify?" Leon leans back in his chair, a patronizing smirk playing on his lips. Leon Carlton, "Look, sweetheart, I've been in this business long enough to know that a role like this isn't suitable for women. It's demanding, involves late hours, and a lot of tough decisions. Frankly, I need someone who won't crack under pressure. A man." The words hang heavy in the air. Laura's composed expression falters for a brief second before she recovers. "Laura, with all due respect, Mr. Carlton, my qualifications speak for themselves. I've managed high-pressure projects during my internship and excelled in leadership roles throughout my career." Leon Carlton, dismissively, "That's cute, Miss Harrington. But I know my team and I know this role. You'd be better off finding something less intense. Now, if that's all, I've got a meeting in 5 minutes." Stunned by the blatant misogyny, Laura gathers her things and leaves the office, her cheeks burning with a mix of embarrassment and fury. Outside, she fights back tears as she steps into the elevator. Later that evening, Laura sits at her modest apartment, recounting the events to her father, Richard Harrington, over a video call. Richard, a self-made billionaire and owner of Harrington Global, listens intently, his face growing darker with every word. "Richard Harrington? He said what? He told you a woman wasn't suited for the role? Laura, why didn't you call me right then and there?" Laura sighs, "Dad, I wanted to handle this on my own. I didn't want to use your influence to get ahead." Richard Harrington, firmly, "Laura, this isn't about influence. This is about respect. No one, and I mean no one, speaks to my daughter that way and gets away with it." Laura, "Dad, please don't do anything drastic. I can find another job." Richard Harrington, "Nonsense. You're the most qualified candidate they could ever hope for, and that man dismissed you because of his outdated biases. He's going to regret it." The next morning at Silverman Enterprises, the office buzzes with an unusual level of activity. Employees whisper among themselves as rumors of an impending takeover circulate. Leon Carlton, oblivious to the tension, walks into the boardroom for his weekly executive meeting. Inside, the room falls silent as an unfamiliar yet commanding figure walks in. Richard Harrington, accompanied by 2 of his lawyers. Leon frowns, confused by the intrusion. "Leon Carlton, and you are?" Richard Harrington, coolly, "Richard Harrington, owner of Harrington Global. And as of this morning, the majority shareholder of Silverman Enterprises." The color drains from Leon's face as murmurs erupt around the table. "Richard Harrington, I've reviewed the practices of this company, and frankly, I'm appalled. Dismissing talented candidates based on outdated notions of gender? That's not just unethical, it's bad business. Leon Carlton, stammering, Mr. Harrington, there must be some misunderstanding. Richard Harrington raises a hand, silencing him. Richard Harrington, the only misunderstanding here is your assumption that your behavior would go unnoticed. Effective immediately, you're relieved of your duties. Security will escort you out. Leon protests, his voice rising in panic, but the security guards are already at the door. The board members watch in stunned silence as Leon is led out. Richard Harrington, addressing the board, this company has potential, but it needs a leadership overhaul. And I know just the person to lead the change. Later that day, Laura steps out of a taxi in front of Silverman Enterprises, her heart pounding as she approaches the building she vowed never to return to. Inside, Richard waits with a proud smile. Richard Harrington, welcome back, Laura. Let me introduce you to your new office. Laura, wide-eyed, Dad, what are you talking about? Richard Harrington, you're the new Vice President of Operations. It's about time this company had someone with real talent in charge. Laura stares at him, speechless, before breaking into a smile. She follows her father to the executive floor, where Leon's former office has already been cleared out. The employees watch with a mix of awe and respect as Laura takes her seat behind the massive mahogany desk. Within weeks, under Laura's leadership, Silverman Enterprises undergoes a dramatic transformation. Gender biases are addressed, new policies promoting diversity and inclusion are implemented, and the company's profits soar. Employees who once felt undervalued find themselves thriving under Laura's supportive and innovative leadership. As Laura walks through the bustling office one afternoon, she overhears two employees discussing the changes. Employee 1, can you believe the difference? It's like a completely different company. Employee 2, yeah, and to think they almost missed out on her because of that idiot Carlton? Laura smiles to herself, her father's words echoing in her mind. Respect isn't just earned. Sometimes, it has to be demanded. With Silverman Enterprises thriving, Laura proves not only her competence but also the undeniable power of resilience and determination. As for Leon Carlton, he's left searching for opportunities, humbled by the harsh consequences of his own prejudice. Months have passed since Laura took over as Vice President of Operations at Silverman Enterprises. Under her guidance, the company not only experiences financial growth but also earns recognition for fostering an inclusive and progressive workplace. However, Laura knows that true change takes time and persistence. One Friday afternoon, Laura reviews the company's financial reports in her spacious, sunlit office. A knock on the door interrupts her focus. Assistant, Ms. Harrington, there's someone here to see you. He says it's urgent. Laura, looking up, who is it? Assistant, it's Leon Carlton. Laura's face hardens at the mention of the name. For a brief moment, memories of the humiliation she endured during her interview resurface. But she quickly composes herself. Laura, send him in. Moments later, Leon walks in, looking like a shadow of his former self. The arrogant confidence that once defined him has been replaced by a nervous, almost desperate demeanor. His suit, though still neat, seems to hang awkwardly on his frame, and his eyes dart around the room as if looking for an escape. Leon Carlton, clearing his throat, Ms. Harrington, thank you for seeing me. Laura, coolly, let's skip the pleasantries, Mr. Carlton. What brings you here? Leon hesitates, shifting his weight uncomfortably. Leon Carlton, I wanted to apologize for how I treated you during your interview. I was wrong. My actions were unprofessional, and I deeply regret them. Laura watches him intently, her expression unreadable. She had always imagined this moment, the moment Leon would acknowledge his wrongdoing. But now that it's here, it feels strangely hollow. Laura, you regret your actions because you lost your job, not because you've truly changed. Isn't that right? Leon opens his mouth to protest but quickly realizes he has no defense. He sighs, his shoulders slumping. Leon Carlton, you're right. At first, I was bitter, but losing everything forced me to reflect. I've been attending counseling and working on my biases. It's a slow process, but I'm trying. Laura softens slightly, though she remains guarded. Laura, what do you want from me, Leon? Leon Carlton, a second chance. I heard there's an opening in the marketing department. I'm not asking for my old position back, just a chance to prove that I've changed. Laura considers his words carefully. She knows that forgiveness is a powerful tool, but it must be given with caution. Finally, she nods. Laura, I believe in second chances, but I also believe in accountability. You'll need to start from the bottom, like everyone else. No special treatment. Leon Carlton, nodding vigorously, thank you, Miss Harrington. I won't let you down. As Leon leaves, Laura feels a mix of emotions. She knows the road ahead for him will be challenging, but she also knows that real growth comes from facing one's mistakes head-on. Over the next few months, Leon works diligently in the marketing department. Though some employees are hesitant to accept him, his humility and dedication gradually earn their respect. He attends diversity training sessions and even volunteers to mentor interns, hoping to contribute positively to the company's culture. One day, during a company-wide meeting, Laura notices Leon standing at the back of the room, attentively listening to the presentation. She catches his eye and gives him a small nod of acknowledgement. It's a subtle gesture, but one that carries a profound message. Progress is possible. Meanwhile, Silverman Enterprises continues to thrive under Laura's leadership. Richard Harrington remains a constant source of support, offering advice and encouragement as Laura navigates the complexities of her role. One evening, as they share dinner at a cozy restaurant, Richard raises a glass. Richard Harrington, to my daughter, who turned a toxic environment into a beacon of hope. I couldn't be prouder. Laura, smiling, thank you, Dad. I couldn't have done it without you. Richard Harrington, nonsense. You had the strength and vision to make this happen. I just gave you a platform. As they toast, Laura feels a deep sense of fulfillment. Her journey hasn't been easy, but it has been worth every challenge. Back at the office, Laura's efforts to foster a more inclusive culture are met with widespread praise. Employees from diverse backgrounds share stories of how the company has changed their lives for the better. One day, Laura receives an email from a young woman who had applied for an entry-level position. Email: Dear Ms. Harrington, I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to work at Silverman Enterprises. As someone who faced rejection after rejection because of my background, I can't express how much it means to be valued for my skills and potential. You've created a workplace where people like me can thrive. Thank you. Laura's eyes well up as she reads the message. It's moments like these that remind her why she fought so hard to make a difference. Years later, Silverman Enterprises is recognized as one of the top companies to work for, with Laura at the helm as CEO. Leon, now a senior marketing manager, approaches her during a company celebration. Leon Carlton, I owe you everything, Laura. Thank you for giving me a second chance. Laura smiles, her voice firm yet kind. Laura, you earned it. Never forget that. As the celebration continues, Laura reflects on her journey. From being dismissed and underestimated to becoming a leader who empowers others, she has proven that resilience and determination can overcome even the most entrenched prejudices. And in doing so, she has not only changed her own life but also the lives of countless others. Laura walks into the employee lounge one afternoon, greeted by a warm wave of chatter and laughter. Employees now gather here not just for coffee breaks but to exchange ideas and foster camaraderie. The change in culture is palpable, and Laura can't help but smile as she pours herself a cup of coffee. Employee 1, Laura, got a minute? We were just talking about some new initiatives for the community outreach program. Laura, of course. Let's hear it. The employees eagerly share their ideas, ranging from organizing mentorship programs in underprivileged schools to partnering with local shelters to provide job training. Laura listens intently, jotting down notes and asking thoughtful questions. Employee 2, we've never had a leadership team so invested in giving back. It's inspiring. Laura, the real inspiration comes from all of you. You're the heart of this company, and your passion drives our success. Her words resonate deeply with the team, reaffirming their trust in her leadership. As Laura heads back to her office, she reflects on how far they've come and the potential for even greater impact. Late one evening, Laura stays behind to prepare for an important meeting with the board of directors. As she reviews her presentation, there's a soft knock on the door. "Assistant, sorry to bother you, Laura, but there's someone here to see you. He says it's personal." Laura, raising an eyebrow, "Who is it?" "Assistant, it's Mr. Silverman." Laura's breath catches. She hasn't seen the company's founder since she took over. She nods, straightens her posture, and gestures for him to come in. Mr. Silverman enters, his demeanor calm but curious. He looks around the office, his eyes lingering on the framed photos of Laura with her team and the awards displayed on the shelves. "Mr. Silverman, you've done well, Laura. Better than I expected." "Laura, thank you, Mr. Silverman. It hasn't been without its challenges, but the results speak for themselves." "Mr. Silverman, that they do. I'll admit, when I first handed the reins to you, I had my doubts. But you've proven me wrong. Laura, I appreciate that. And I appreciate the opportunity to lead this company." They talk for a while longer, discussing the company's growth and future plans. Before he leaves, Mr. Silverman pauses at the door. "Mr. Silverman, you've not only transformed the company but also the lives of everyone here. That's something no financial report can measure. Well done, Laura." His words linger in the air long after he's gone, filling Laura with a profound sense of accomplishment. Meanwhile, Leon continues to earn respect among his colleagues. One day, he approaches Laura with a proposal for a marketing campaign that focuses on the company's commitment to diversity and inclusion. "Leon, I think this could be a game changer. It's authentic, it's bold, and it aligns perfectly with what Silverman Enterprises stands for now." Laura reviews the proposal, impressed by its creativity and depth. "Laura, this is fantastic, Lim. Let's move forward with it." The campaign launches a few weeks later, garnering widespread attention and praise. It becomes a defining moment for the company, solidifying its reputation as a leader in corporate responsibility. At home, Laura shares these milestones with her father over dinner. Richard listens intently, pride evident in his eyes. "Richard Harrington, you've built something extraordinary, Laura. But remember, the most important legacy you can leave is the impact you have on people." "Laura, that's always been my goal, Dad. To create a place where everyone feels valued and empowered." "Richard Harrington, and you've done that. But don't forget to take care of yourself too. You've earned some time to enjoy the fruits of your labor." Laura laughs, promising to plan a much-needed vacation. But even as she considers it, her mind races with new ideas to further improve the company and support her team. During a company-wide town hall, Laura addresses the employees, her voice filled with conviction. "Laura, when I first joined Silverman Enterprises, I saw untapped potential. Not just in the business but in each of you. Together, we've proven that success isn't just about profits, it's about people. And this is just the beginning." The room erupts in applause, the energy infectious. Employees leave the town hall feeling inspired and motivated, ready to tackle the challenges ahead. Months later, as Laura reviews the company's year-end report, she receives an email from a former employee. "It's Leon." Email: "Laura, I wanted to thank you again for the second chance you gave me. Working at Silverman Enterprises has been the most rewarding experience of my career. Your leadership has not only changed the company but also changed me. I'll forever be grateful." Laura sits back, her heart swelling with gratitude. She's reminded once again of the power of resilience, empathy, and the willingness to embrace change. A few weeks later, the company celebrates its annual gala, an event that has grown into a grand celebration of their achievements and culture. Employees and their families gather in the beautifully decorated hall, enjoying the music, food, and camaraderie. Laura stands near the stage, watching her team interact. She notices Leon speaking animatedly with a group of colleagues, his confidence shining. Nearby, longtime employees share laughs with newer hires, all united by a shared sense of purpose. As the night progresses, Laura takes the stage to deliver her speech. The room falls silent, all eyes on her. "Laura, good evening everyone. Tonight, We celebrate not just our accomplishments but also the incredible journey we've taken together. Silverman Enterprises is more than a company, it's a family. And each of you is an essential part of it. She pauses, letting her words sink in. Laura, when I first took on this role, I knew we had the potential to create something extraordinary. But the credit doesn't belong to me alone. It belongs to all of you, for your hard work, your ideas, and your unwavering belief in what we can achieve. The crowd erupts in applause, their admiration for Laura evident. Laura, as we look to the future, I want us to remember one thing. Our greatest strength is our people. Let's continue to support one another, challenge one another, and inspire one another. Together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. As the applause swells, Laura steps off the stage, her heart full. Richard approaches her, his smile warm. Richard Harrington, that was a beautiful speech, Laura. Your mother would have been so proud. Laura, smiling, thank you, Dad. It means a lot coming from you. Later that evening, as Laura mingles with employees, she's approached by Maya, a junior associate. Maya, Laura, I just wanted to say thank you. When I started here, I was nervous and unsure of myself. But you believed in me, and that made all the difference. Laura, touched, Maya, you've earned your place here through your hard work and talent. I'm so glad you're part of our team. Maya, it's more than that. You've created a culture where people like me feel seen and valued. That's rare, and it's something I'll never take for granted. Laura places a reassuring hand on Maya's shoulder, her smile genuine. As the evening winds down, Laura steps outside for a moment of quiet reflection. The cool night air fills her lungs as she looks up at the stars. She thinks about the challenges she's faced and the lessons she's learned. Her journey has been far from easy, but it's been worth every step. Leon joins her, holding 2 glasses of champagne. Leon, mind if I join you? Laura, not at all. They clink glasses, the soft chime breaking the silence. Leon, you've built something incredible here, Laura. I'm honored to be part of it. Laura, and I'm grateful for your contributions, Leon. You've grown so much, and I couldn't be prouder. Leon, it's because of you. You gave me a second chance when no one else would. Laura, everyone deserves a second chance. What matters is what you do with it. The next morning, Laura receives a call from Mr. Silverman. His voice is warm and congratulatory. Mr. Silverman, Laura, I heard the gala was a huge success. Well done. Laura, thank you, Mr. Silverman. It was a wonderful evening. Mr. Silverman, I've been thinking, Laura. You've exceeded every expectation I had for you. I'd like to officially make you the majority shareholder of Silverman Enterprises. Laura, stunned, Mr. Silverman, I don't know what to say. Mr. Silverman, say yes. You've earned it. Laura, yes. Thank you. I won't let you down. As she hangs up, Laura feels a surge of emotion. Her journey has come full circle, and the future feels brighter than ever. Over the following months, Laura continues to lead Silverman Enterprises with vision and integrity. She expands their philanthropic efforts, launches new initiatives, and fosters a culture of innovation and inclusion. Her efforts don't go unnoticed. The company receives numerous accolades, and Laura herself is recognized as one of the most influential leaders in the industry. But for Laura, the greatest reward is the impact she's had on the lives of her employees and the community. She knows that true success isn't measured by profits or awards, it's measured by the difference you make in the world. And as she looks ahead, Laura is more determined than ever to continue making that difference. Months pass, and Silverman Enterprises thrives under Laura's leadership. The company not only hits its financial goals but also becomes renowned for its innovative and inclusive policies. Employees take pride in working for a company that values them as individuals, and the workplace culture flourishes. Laura's office becomes a hub for collaboration, with employees feeling comfortable approaching her with ideas and feedback. She holds regular town hall meetings to ensure everyone feels heard and involved in the company's direction. One such meeting takes place in the main auditorium, filled with employees from all levels. Laura, standing at the podium, good afternoon, everyone. As always, I want to start by thanking each of you for your incredible dedication and hard work. You are the heart and soul of Silverman Enterprises. The crowd applauds warmly, their admiration for Laura evident. Laura, today, I want to announce a new initiative that's close to my heart. We're launching the Silverman Empowerment Fund, a program designed to provide scholarships, mentorship opportunities, and resources to underprivileged youth. Our goal is to create a brighter future for the next generation. The announcement is met with enthusiastic cheers and applause. Laura beams, her passion for the initiative shining through. Employee, from the crowd, thank you, Laura. This is exactly the kind of leadership we've been waiting for. Laura, smiling, thank you. Together, we're not just building a successful company, we're building a legacy. Later that evening, Laura reflects on the day's events in her office. The framed photo of her late mother on her desk catches her eye. She picks it up, her expression softening. Laura, I hope I'm making you proud, Mom. A gentle knock on the door interrupts her thoughts. It's Leon, holding a folder. Leon, sorry to bother you, Laura. I wanted to go over the final details for the new mentorship program. Laura, come in, Leon. You're not bothering me. They sit together, reviewing the plans and brainstorming ideas. Leon's confidence and insight impress Laura, and she can't help but feel proud of how far he's come. Leon, I never thought I'd have the chance to contribute like this. Thank you for believing in me. Laura, you earned this. Never forget that. As the mentorship program kicks off, Laura visits one of the partner schools to speak with the students. The auditorium is filled with eager young faces, their curiosity and ambition palpable. Laura, good morning, everyone. I'm Laura, and I'm here to tell you that your dreams are valid and achievable. No matter where you come from or what challenges you face, you have the power to shape your future. Her words resonate deeply, and the students hang on to every word. One student, a shy teenage girl named Maria, raises her hand. Maria, Ms. Laura, how did you overcome the obstacles in your life? Laura, smiling warmly, I focused on what I could control and surrounded myself with people who supported me. And most importantly, I never gave up on myself. Maria's eyes light up with determination, inspired by Laura's message. Meanwhile, Richard Harrington observes his daughter's growing influence and success with immense pride. He often attends her public engagements, offering quiet support from the sidelines. At one event, he's approached by a former colleague. Colleague, your daughter is remarkable, Richard. You must be so proud. Richard, smiling, I am. Laura's strength and compassion are unmatched. She's everything her mother and I dreamed she'd be. Despite her achievements, Laura remains humble and grounded. She frequently visits the company's factories and branches, ensuring she stays connected with employees at all levels. During one such visit, she strikes up a conversation with a production worker named Carla. Carla, Ms. Laura, I've worked here for 15 years, and this is the first time a CEO has taken the time to talk to me. Thank you. Laura, Carla, your hard work and dedication are the foundation of this company. It's an honor to meet you. Carla's gratitude is evident, and Laura leaves the visit with a renewed sense of purpose. As Silverman Enterprises continues to grow, Laura faces new challenges and opportunities. Competitors take notice of the company's success and attempt to emulate its strategies. But Laura's unique vision and unwavering commitment to her values sets Silverman Enterprises apart. One day, during a board meeting, a discussion arises about a potential merger with another company. Opinions are divided, and the room buzzes with debate. Board member, Laura, this merger could significantly boost our market share. It's a golden opportunity. Laura, while I understand the potential benefits, we need to ensure that the merger aligns with our values and culture. Profit alone isn't enough reason to compromise what we stand for. Her perspective earns nods of agreement from several board members, and the decision is made to proceed cautiously. In her personal life, Laura begins to explore new hobbies and interests. She takes up painting, finding solace and expression in the creative process. Her paintings, though modest, reflect her journey and emotions. One evening, Leon visits her home and notices a canvas on an easel. Leon, I didn't know you painted, Laura. This is amazing. Laura, laughing, it's just a hobby. But thank you. "Leon, you have a gift. You should consider sharing it with others." Laura smiles, touched by his encouragement. As the years pass, Laura's impact extends far beyond the walls of Silverman Enterprises. She becomes a sought-after speaker, sharing her insights and experiences with audiences worldwide. Her story inspires countless individuals to pursue their dreams and make a difference in their own lives. But through it all, Laura remains focused on the people who matter most: her family, her employees, and the community she serves. Her legacy is one of resilience, compassion, and unwavering determination. And as she looks back on her journey, Laura knows that every challenge, every setback, and every triumph has shaped her into the leader she is today. Her story is far from over, and she's ready to embrace whatever comes next with courage and grace. Laura's reputation as a visionary leader spreads across the industry, and her innovative policies become a benchmark for other companies. Under her guidance, Silverman Enterprises launches several successful products and expands into new markets. But Laura remains grounded, always making time for her employees and the community. One day, during an employee appreciation event, Laura surprises everyone with a heartfelt speech. "Laura, standing on stage, I know I say this often, but it's because I truly mean it. This company wouldn't be where it is today without all of you. Your hard work, ideas, and dedication inspire me every single day. Thank you for being the heart of Silverman Enterprises." The audience erupts in applause, with many employees visibly moved by her words. Meanwhile, Thomas, the former CEO who had belittled Laura, struggles to rebuild his career. Despite his efforts, his reputation as a misogynistic leader precedes him, and opportunities are few and far between. One evening, while scrolling through news articles, he comes across a glowing feature about Laura's leadership. Thomas, to himself, "I underestimated her. I should have seen her potential." Haunted by his past mistakes, Thomas decides to reach out to Laura to apologize. He sends a letter, pouring out his regret and acknowledging his wrongdoings. Weeks later, Laura receives the letter. She reads it carefully, her emotions mixed. After some reflection, she decides to respond. She writes a concise but gracious reply, thanking Thomas for his apology and wishing him well. For Laura, it's a step toward closure and a reminder of how far she's come. As the company grows, Laura's relationship with her father strengthens. Richard often visits the office, offering advice and sharing stories from his own business journey. One day, during a quiet moment in Laura's office, he reflects on her achievements. "Richard, Laura, your mother would have been so proud of you. I see so much of her in you, her strength, her kindness, her brilliance." Laura, smiling, "Thank you, Dad. Everything I've done with her in my heart." Their bond deepens, and Richard becomes one of Laura's biggest cheerleaders, always ready to support her vision. In the community, Laura's initiatives continue to make a difference. The mentorship program produces its first batch of graduates, many of whom go on to achieve remarkable success. One such graduate, Maria, returns to thank Laura personally. Maria, shaking Laura's hand, "Miss Laura, I wouldn't be here without you. Your belief in me changed my life." Laura, beaming, "Maria, you're the one who made it happen. I'm so proud of you." Their interaction is a testament to the ripple effect of kindness and opportunity. However, not everything is smooth sailing. Laura faces criticism from some industry leaders who believe her focus on values and community is detrimental to profitability. During a televised debate, one such critic challenges her approach. Critic, "Ms. Harrington, don't you think your emphasis on philanthropy is taking away from the company's bottom line? Businesses exist to make money, after all." Laura, calmly, "I believe businesses have a responsibility to do more than just make money. We have the power to create positive change and uplift communities." And as for profitability, Silverman Enterprises' record-breaking results speak for themselves. Her poised response earns widespread praise, further cementing her reputation as a trailblazer. In her personal life, Laura begins to mentor young women aspiring to leadership roles. She hosts workshops and networking events, sharing her insights and experiences. One evening, after a particularly inspiring session, she reflects on her journey with Leon. "Laura, you know, when I first started, I never imagined I'd be in this position. It's humbling to think about how far we've come." Leon, smiling, "You've earned every bit of it, Laura. And you're just getting started." Their friendship remains a source of strength and joy for both of them. As Laura approaches her 5th year as CEO, the company celebrates with a grand gala. Employees, partners, and community leaders gather to honor her achievements and the impact of Silverman Enterprises. During her speech, Laura expresses her gratitude and shares her vision for the future. "Laura, this isn't just my story, it's our story. Together, we've proven that success and compassion can go hand in hand. And I can't wait to see what we'll achieve next." The audience gives her a standing ovation, their admiration and respect evident. Meanwhile, Thomas watches the event from afar, reflecting on his past decisions. Inspired by Laura's leadership, he begins volunteering at a local nonprofit, hoping to make amends for his mistakes. Though his journey is far from over, he finds solace in knowing he's taking steps in the right direction. In the years that follow, Laura's influence continues to grow. She becomes a sought-after speaker, an advocate for gender equality, and a role model for aspiring leaders. Her story inspires countless individuals to believe in themselves and strive for greatness. And through it all, Laura remains true to her values, always leading with heart and integrity. Her legacy is one of resilience, kindness, and unwavering determination, a legacy that will endure for generations to come. Laura's leadership not only transforms Silverman Enterprises but also shifts the corporate culture across the industry. Her innovative policies and community-first approach gain international attention. She becomes a regular feature in business publications, with headlines such as "The CEO Redefining Corporate Success" and "Laura Harrington, the Face of Ethical Leadership." Her bold initiatives include implementing a 4-day workweek, prioritizing employee well-being, and ensuring gender parity across all levels of the organization. While some traditionalists criticize her methods, the results speak for themselves. Productivity increases, employee satisfaction reaches record highs, and profits soar. One of Laura's most ambitious projects involves creating a global mentorship network. She collaborates with CEOs, academics, and leaders from various fields to launch Pathways to Potential, a platform designed to connect aspiring professionals with mentors worldwide. During the launch event, Laura delivers a moving speech. "Laura, Pathways to Potential isn't just about mentoring, it's about breaking barriers. It's about ensuring that talent, not circumstance, determines success. Together, we can build a future where everyone has the chance to shine." The platform garners widespread acclaim, with thousands signing up within the first week. Success stories begin pouring in, with Ments crediting the program for changing their lives. Despite her busy schedule, Laura remains deeply connected to her employees. She introduces Coffee with the CEO, a monthly initiative where staff members can share ideas and concerns directly with her. These sessions become a hit, fostering a culture of openness and collaboration. During one session, an intern named Jake hesitantly raises his hand. "Jake, Ms. Harrington, I have an idea for streamlining our logistics, but I'm not sure if it's practical." Laura, smiling, "Jake, every great idea starts with someone daring to speak up. Let's hear it." Jake's proposal sparks a brainstorming session that leads to significant cost savings for the company. His confidence soars, and Laura's belief in nurturing talent is further validated. Meanwhile, Laura's personal life flourishes. She reconnects with old friends and forms new relationships, finding joy in the simple moments. Her bond with Leon deepens, with their friendship evolving into a partnership built on mutual respect and admiration. One evening, while walking through the city, Leon shares his thoughts. "Leon, Laura, you've done so much for others. Have you ever thought about what truly makes you happy?" Laura, pausing, "You know, I find happiness in seeing others thrive. But maybe it's time I think about what's next for me personally." Their conversation marks a turning point for Laura, inspiring her to explore her passions outside of work. As the years pass, Laura's impact extends beyond the corporate world. She becomes a vocal advocate for climate action, investing in sustainable technologies and practices. Under her leadership, Silverman Enterprises achieves carbon neutrality, setting an example for other companies. During a global summit on sustainability, Laura takes the stage alongside world leaders and activists. Laura, the challenges we face are immense, but so is our collective potential. It's time for businesses to lead the charge in creating a sustainable future. Together, we can turn ambition into action. Her speech resonates with audiences worldwide, solidifying her reputation as a change-maker. Back at Silverman Enterprises, Laura's mentorship program produces its first female CEO, a young woman named Priya who started as an intern. Priya's journey inspires employees and underscores the effectiveness of Laura's initiatives. During Priya's promotion ceremony, she expresses her gratitude. "Priya, Ms. Harrington, you've been my mentor, my guide, and my inspiration. I promise to carry forward your legacy of compassion and excellence." Laura, tearing up, "Priya, you're the future of this company. I couldn't be prouder." The moment is a testament to Laura's belief in empowering others and creating opportunities for growth. One day, Thomas reaches out again, this time requesting a meeting. Hesitant but curious, Laura agrees. They meet at a quiet cafe, away from the corporate world. Thomas, "Sincerely, Laura, I wanted to thank you for responding to my letter. It gave me the courage to make changes in my life. I've started working with a nonprofit, and it's been the most fulfilling experience I've ever had." Laura, smiling, "Thomas, I'm glad to hear that. It's never too late to make a difference." Their conversation is cordial, with both reflecting on their journeys. For Laura, it's a reminder of the power of redemption and the importance of second chances. As Laura prepares to celebrate a decade at Silverman Enterprises, she begins contemplating her next chapter. While she remains passionate about her work, she feels a pull toward new challenges and adventures. During a heartfelt conversation with Richard, she shares her thoughts. "Laura, Dad, I've loved every moment here, but I think it's time for me to step back and explore what else is out there." Richard, nodding, "You've built something extraordinary, Laura. Whatever you choose to do next, I know you'll excel." Her decision marks the end of an era but also the beginning of a new journey. At her farewell gala, employees, friends, and industry leaders gather to honor Laura's contributions. The atmosphere is celebratory yet emotional, with many struggling to imagine the company without her. In her final speech as CEO, Laura reflects on her journey. "Laura, Silverman Enterprises will always hold a special place in my heart. Together, we've shown the world that success is about more than profits, it's about purpose. I leave knowing that this company is in the best hands, ready to reach even greater heights." The room erupts in applause, with many attendees moved to tears. After stepping down, Laura embarks on a year-long sabbatical, traveling the world and immersing herself in different cultures. She writes a book about her experiences, titled Leading with Heart, which becomes a bestseller and inspires countless readers. Her influence continues to grow, with invitations to speak at global events and consult for leading organizations. Through it all, Laura remains humble, driven by her desire to create a better world. And as she stands on the precipice of her next adventure, Laura knows one thing for certain: her journey has only just begun. Laura's retirement from Silverman Enterprises doesn't last long. Within months of her sabbatical, organizations from various industries approach her for advice, drawn by her track record and her reputation as a visionary leader. She carefully selects projects that align with her values, including initiatives focused on sustainability, education, and social equity. One of the most impactful projects she undertakes is leading a global education initiative. Partnering with governments and NGOs, Laura works to establish schools in underserved regions, ensuring access to quality education for children worldwide. At the launch of the initiative, Laura speaks passionately about its importance. Laura, education is the foundation of progress. By empowering children with knowledge, we're giving them the tools to shape a brighter future for themselves and their communities. Her words resonate, and the initiative gains widespread support, with funding pouring in from philanthropic organizations and private donors. As the initiative progresses, Laura travels to remote villages, meeting children whose lives are transformed by the new schools. One encounter, in particular, leaves a lasting impression on her. A young girl named Amara approaches Laura with a handmade card. "Amara, thank you for giving me a school, Miss Laura. Now I can learn to become a doctor and help my village." Laura, tearing up, "Amara, you have the power to achieve anything you dream of. I'm so proud of you." The moment reinforces Laura's belief in the transformative power of education and fuels her determination to expand the initiative further. Meanwhile, Laura's book, Leading with Heart, continues to make waves. It becomes a staple in business schools and leadership training programs, inspiring the next generation of leaders. Her emphasis on empathy, innovation, and collaboration resonates with readers across the globe. During a book signing event, a young entrepreneur named Sam approaches her. "Sam, Ms. Harrington, your book changed my perspective on leadership. I've started my own company, and I'm committed to building it with the values you've taught." Laura, smiling, "Sam, that means the world to me. Remember, leadership is about lifting others as you climb. I wish you all the success." Her interactions with readers bring her immense joy, as she sees the ripple effect of her work inspiring positive change. Despite her busy schedule, Laura remains deeply connected to her roots. She visits her childhood home regularly, spending time with Richard and reminiscing about the journey that brought her to this point. During one visit, they sit on the porch, watching the sunset. Richard, "Laura, I always knew you were destined for greatness. But seeing all that you've accomplished, it's beyond anything I could have imagined." Laura, smiling, "I couldn't have done it without you, Dad. You taught me the importance of integrity and hard work." Their bond deepens, with Richard continuing to be Laura's anchor and source of wisdom. As Laura's influence grows, she's invited to join the board of several prestigious organizations, including a leading climate research institute. Her insights and experience prove invaluable as she champions initiatives to combat climate change and promote renewable energy. During a board meeting, she challenges the status quo. "Laura, we can't afford to take incremental steps anymore. The time for bold action is now. Let's lead the way and show the world what's possible." Her passion and determination inspire her fellow board members, resulting in groundbreaking projects that accelerate the transition to a sustainable future. Laura's journey comes full circle when she receives an invitation to speak at her alma mater. Standing on the stage where she once sat as a wide-eyed student, she reflects on the path that brought her here. "Laura, to the students sitting here today, remember this: your potential is limitless. Embrace challenges, stay true to your values, and never underestimate the impact you can have on the world." Her speech earns a standing ovation, with many students describing it as a defining moment in their lives. In the midst of her endeavors, Laura receives a letter from an unexpected source, Thomas. The letter is heartfelt, expressing gratitude for the second chance she gave him and sharing updates on his journey. Thomas, in the letter, "Laura, I owe my transformation to you. Your belief in me changed my life, and I've dedicated myself to helping others find redemption. Thank you for showing me the way." Laura is moved by his words, realizing the profound impact of her decision to extend compassion and forgiveness. As the years pass, Laura's legacy continues to grow. She becomes a mentor to countless individuals, guiding them to achieve their potential and make a difference in the world. Her impact transcends industries and borders, touching lives in ways she never imagined. One day, during a quiet moment of reflection, she writes in her journal, "Laura, life is a journey of growth, connection, and purpose. I've been blessed to walk this path, surrounded by incredible people and opportunities to create change. For that, I am eternally grateful." Her words capture the essence of her journey, a testament to the power of resilience, empathy, and unwavering determination.